thieves have been broken into the All Nations University Space Center office in Koforidua. Mr. Manfred Kwashi, who is the director of Concert Ghana, joins us on the line now. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Kwashi.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, so tell us exactly when did the thieves break into the office?
We actually found out that early in the morning when we came to the laboratory to work. That was about 6:15 in the morning. That's when we found out that our lab has been broken.
Early in the morning today, or
yesterday?
When? Yesterday.
In the morning. Yesterday. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, what exactly did they take, if they took anything at all?
In a nutshell, in summary, to what they took was our intelligence. They took away our computers. They took away our systems in terms of our simulation software, our system designs, engineering designs, our mission designs, and some of our diagrams that we're actually using. They also took away a prototype set of our ground station and our kickstart design that we have already done. And of course, a lot of our research papers and findings that we have done with respect to our ground station and our kickstart.
So then, did it appear as though they actually wanted your intelligence? That's why they broke into your office?
That is what I might want to believe. That yeah, it's all about intelligence and what we are doing. Yeah.
Okay. And did they damage anything else in the office apart from the computers and other things they took away from the office?
They broke into it, so obviously they broke the security system that we have in our laboratory, and they did some huge damage. But aside what they really want in terms of what we are doing with respect to our ground station and our satellite missions, they didn't take any other component or unit.
And I presume then you have reported the incident to the police?
Yeah, the security were there yesterday. They took pictures and they did some few interviews with respect to those who were on the ground regarding what really happened. So we are believing that they are doing what ought to be done for us to get to the end of the story.
And considering the fact that they took away most of your intelligence work, how is this going to affect future space or satellite launch projects by your outfit?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that we need to go back again and do extra work in order to achieve that purpose and get to that target. And no, in the sense that the university is much prepared under the auspices of the president, Dr. Banko, is also interested and well focused on the mission of us going to space by the year 2015. So we just have to do double timing and triple time in terms of working in the laboratory to be able to get to that target, because there's a lot of work that has to be done with respect to what has been taken away.
And just out of curiosity, the information or the intelligence they've taken away, is it based on projects you're yet to do, like you're saying about going into space in 2015? Is that what they've taken away, or this is stuff you've already done?
Yeah, some, we do a prototype of buildings. Things, components with respect to satellite missions are really expensive, so we do prototype. We try to do BBM type of building before you go into the real fabrication, and that's what has been done. A lot of them doing a lot of simulations using satellite engineering models to be able to get there. So these are things that we are about implementing on our ground station, the satellite ground station, as well as our KitSat, the Earth observation satellite that we intend to actually launch it by the year 2015. So it's actually affected. We have not completed it, but we are in the process of building the final stages.
Okay. Well, we do hope that the police will be able to arrest those who broke into your office and retrieve the information they've stolen for you. And we do wish you the very best in all your endeavors. Thank you very much. That was Manfred Kwashi. He is the director of Concert Ghana. He was telling us about a break in the office at the University of All Nations in Koforidua. But away from that, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Alhaji Amidu Suleimani, has suggested the introduction introduction of a new tax policy to aid the progress and completion of major road projects across the country. He noted that as the road fund is intended for repairing damages on the road, the tax policy will help curb the funding challenges and subsequently the nation's indebtedness to contractors. He was addressing the press in Wa.
You see, the one thing we must realize as Ghanaians is that the road industry and indeed most of our national endeavors are not just issues left to the government. As a people, we must have collective decisions in addressing some of these issues, and particularly the road sector. The demands for road, it's a necessity for the country or for communities to be connected, for the country's regions to be connected, for the country to be connected to other countries. At least we went to the Burkina Faso border. You saw what you met there, and that is it across. If you go to any of our borders with the Côte d'Ivoire, with Togo, it's similar situations you meet. So as a people, we must collectively decide whether we want to continue making roads and making them good roads or not. And if we have to, we must also decide how we fund them. It's not just a question of one thing that government should do this, government should do this. It is a collective responsibility from every Ghanaian. We must find out, should we increase taxes? Should we increase levies? Should we charge vehicle owners using the roads? What must we do as a people so that we raise enough revenue to be able to meet our road infrastructure demands? Under normal circumstances, we should construct the toll booths alongside the construction of the road. As soon as the road is in use, we should start tolling. Not for us to finish before now we're going to construct the toll booth. So I agree with you. We are reviewing that when we're having a major road which we will toll, we shall along the line, along the construct the toll booth. So as soon as the road is ready for use, from the one we'll start collecting monies from those of you who drive your vehicles on it.
Now, the Lands Commission, the Criminal Investigations Department of the Police Service has picked up 2 people for alleged fraud. The 2, Lawrence Nutako and another whose name was not given, allegedly forged documents of the property belonging to one Ajua Ochre and attempted selling it to another person. They were picked up in the offices yesterday. The National Chairman of the Lands Commission, Nana Ampofwe, called the CID to make the arrest. Speaking to Joy News after the arrest, a legal representative for the Commission, Ya Ajimambwedi, said they called in the police after realizing the documents the officials, together with the other group presented, were forged. Meanwhile, the lead counsel for one of the suspects, Charles Opoku Yeboah, has been asked by the CID to report today for questioning.
Will the property to the surviving wife and children. The surviving wife lives in the U.S. and claims she has sold the property to one Madam Ajua Ochre. But then another group of people came posing as the surviving spouse and children who lived in the U.S. and have brought documents to that effect. And then this second group has come up and they are challenging the authenticity of the transaction we did, and so we had to investigate, and we have found out that it's possible that the second group might have forged the signatures of the beneficiaries of the estate, and so the man who led them has been picked by the police, and I think they will continue with the investigations as to how they got all those documents and how the other parties also got involved in.
Land Valuation Board of the Lands Commission has engaged in a gigantic fraud. We need the assistance of the police. There must be an end to this kind of thing in the commission. If in the course of your investigations you have reason to think that he has accomplices in and outside the commission, please don't hesitate at all. Not that they are all asking the question. You see?
Away from the Lands Commission now, lack of foreplanning and weak administrative structures have been identified as key factors contributing to the crisis in the water sector. According to some participants at the ongoing Water and Sanitation Seminar, Ghana has enough water resources, hence the challenges in the sector should not have been there in the first place. They therefore believe once the issues of planning and weak structures are dealt with, there will be smooth supply of water to all parts of the country.
Several communities in Ghana, both rural and urban, have had cause to complain about the lack of access to potable water, whereas communities in the urban centers have to go for days without access to water. Those in the rural areas have to rely on polluted water bodies. But participants at the ongoing Water and Sanitation Seminar say, considering Ghana's vast water resource, access to water should not be a problem.
Don't be worried about the water supply for the future in Ghana, because you have a lot of resources, you have very nice capabilities, and I'm sure that in a very short time, the Ghana water problem can be sorted out.
Meanwhile, exhibitors at the seminar say they have top-of-the-range equipment to solve the chronic water problem the nation faces.
This exhibition focuses on water and sanitation, which is our major sectors which we work with. We are in this country for 43 years. We are the best, and our Achungo, what he says, we will take wherever we go. Then we take the water there to even space. Today we are taking the water to everywhere. Now we wanted to collect the drain water back and then keep Ghana healthy. So focus on sanitation.
As I said earlier, we're a long-established manufacturer. Our core market has and still is Africa. We have been working in Africa for over 100 years. Our machines have been developed to work in Africa. They're very robust, but they're relatively simple to look after. And with our drilling contracting arm, our drilling crews are highly experienced and very efficient.
When it comes to drilling, I think that Dandu is well established over the years since 1867. So in UK, so you can be assured that our equipment, our logistics, everything is quality, and then we will deliver on point.
We're dealing stainless steel products. I mean, we are talking of quality stainless steel product, because currently the market is very broad and everyone is saying they are producing stainless steel, but you are assured of quality stainless steel product from us. We also do automated and manual stainless steel garage doors. We also manufacture them to any size you want.
The exhibition aims at creating a two-way information flow for visitors and participants to discuss issues affecting the sector, as well as measures to expansion and improve the situation.
Now, some internet cafe operators have registered their displeasure about a new pricing system introduced by Vodafone Ghana Limited, which disallows them to access unlimited internet data. They are therefore threatening to embark on a nationwide demonstration on June 4 if the company insists on implementing the new capping system. Abigail Adumakwenchi has more.
Vodafone Ghana Limited is the sole internet provider for all internet cafes in the country. The cafes, per the nature of their business, use internet data based on speed and price their clients per the time spent surfing the internet. Hitherto, Vodafone offered unlimited broadband data to internet cafes, which remains convenient for operators. The company, however, introduced the cap system in November last year, which operators resisted and petitioned them for a pricing renegotiation. Vodafone Ghana responded to the petition, stating that users will have to pay 180 cedis a month to access unlimited data at a reduced speed of 12 megabytes per second from an initial 20 megabytes per second, which cost 200 cedis. Just after 5 months, Vodafone has introduced a different cap system which cancels cafe operators unlimited access to internet data, and the operators are unhappy about the turn of events.
They are capping even the 180 customers. But this was not what you told us earlier on. You said that if we pay 180, we are not going to be capped. It is 180 and it is unlimited for the month. They see 500 gig to be so big, but you see, unlimited is unlimited. If you tell me that you are giving me an unlimited service for 1 month, please give me unlimited service. Even if you change it, don't do it in the middle of the month when I have paid my money and then I don't know anything. All I hear is my thing is used up. If he had told me at the beginning of the month when I went there to pay, maybe I would have decided to stop.
They have threatened to embark on a nationwide demonstration on June 4 if Vodafone insists on implementing the new capping system.
Made inquiries at Vodafone and they tell us they intend not to revise any policy. So all we intend to do now is to inform all stakeholders as to what the issue is and what is going on. And if nothing is done about this situation, we'll only end up going to the streets and continually going to the street all across the country. Before I forget, Vodafone had actually caused the arrest of all of our members, and this situation is making most of the guys scared about even going to contend them.
They are also agitated over persistent unannounced changes in the pricing of Vodafone internet services, adding that it is a conscious abuse of their monopoly.
They made us sign an undertaking that time that they were at least, this is a 2-year contract of 180 a month paid in advance for an unlimited service. So I don't understand why just 5 months down the line, without any information, you change your billing plan. They have cafe, and that is our suspicion, that they want to collapse all the local cafes so that they can be running theirs. Else, why must you cap me?
We feel that we have to contend Vodafone because this is breach of trust, and we also see it as a means of trying to abuse the monopolistic situation they find themselves in. This, they are going to increase, or they have already increased prices excessively high, a situation that is going to cause retail prices to go high. That is going to widen the data or internet penetration of this country, and we are not comfortable with that.
Meanwhile, Vodafone Ghana Limited has refused to comment on the issue. Joy News will, however, keep viewers updated. Abigail Adumakwenchi for Joy News.
Well, we do hope the situation is resolved quickly so that the cafes do not have to shut down. But away from that, some victims of the recent Kantamanto fire outbreak who took loans from various loan centers have been paid claims by Vanguard Assurance Company Limited. The victims' clients of Adeshiman Savings and Loans have expressed their gratitude to the insurance company for coming to their aid.
Assurance has paid claims of 45,000 Ghana cedis to clients of Adeshiman Savings and Loans who were victims of the Kantamanto fire outbreak. The claims also came with the benefits, which includes paying off the loans of the victim, an ex gratia, and a cash benefit of 200 Ghana cedis. This is to get them back on their feet.
Of the majority of Ghanaians. So we design to make sure that it suits their needs. For instance, somebody within the, you witnessed today that somebody took out a loan of 15,000 Ghana cedis, and within 2 weeks, having made just about 3 installments, within 2 weeks, the person's goods and wares burned down through the fire. And today, the person's loan has been totally paid off by the insurance. So the person is more than likely to go back to the same bank, Adeshiman Savings and Loans, and take out a fresh loan of even more than 20,000 because that loan has been paid off. So this is the whole point of microinsure. So for us, I'm hoping that, or we're hoping that in the next 2 years, or even less, microinsurance or insurance will be very well known to all Ghanaians, and Ghanaians, every single Ghanaian will have some sort of insurance product that covers them. So
the traders who benefited from the insurance claims urge their colleagues not to underestimate the importance of insurance policies.
Yes, you are in day our Vanguard ne banga yeni omo ye adwuma no abro mi ankasa ma adwene no menti ase so isanze insurance ndi aya me ende no mi amekese me na makwadi loan awa Adeshiman a skane mu oduruye na skane free mi nsa na chese enne no Vanguard Insurance etubetwa yanka ni na are amanya chese yenya enidaso se sebe yahwe ase kra na yebede yebesure gya yan nan so
de me catch Vanguard for any micro insurance ni say oma yade pa yemomammo na ne oma ye no so no nyame nhira wo mo ye nso yakui yako catch yenkrofo mi ankasa me gina sisi ana de oma ye me ho dwiri mi pa enti me ko catch yenkrofo a omo Katamanto ene mia bibiri say omo fo mo ho enhye insurance mu na insurance no eye pa.
The market, which was devastated at a fire outbreak early this month, is expected to be reconstructed into a modern market by July this year. The area has suffered a number of fire devastation in recent times.
Now, Finance Minister Seth Terkper says Ghana is not broke at all, contrary to suggestions to that effect. He said the fact that government is experiencing some liquidity challenges does not necessarily mean that the nation has no money. Speaking on Joy FM's Super Morning Show Friday, the minister explained that the liquidity challenges have arisen out of the ballooning wage bill, paying contractors, as well as buying more crude to support the energy sector, among other things.
And we are not broke. What we are saying is like a household. I mean, I always like to draw that analogy. If you come home every month, or the parents come home every month with 3,000 Ghana cedis, that's high for most households. But I'm using it just by way of an example. And your expenditures used to be 2,500, including payment for mortgages, maintenance of the car, school fees, and everything. And for some reason, the expenditure tilts, and it starts going up 2,800. The savings is going down. It goes up beyond 3,100. It can be manageable. 3,500, a bit manageable. Is the household broke? Perhaps not. It's still coming with 3,000.
Perhaps not.
Yeah.
Perhaps yes.
Yeah.
That's the flip side to it.
Well, until your expenditures, rise to 4,500 or so, then you have to. You are still earning the income. Your lifestyle is just different. Or the family may have crisis, and they will have to borrow. Every family experiences crisis, businesses experience crisis, and it's just the same like government. We experience crisis. For example, when the problem occurred in Nigeria, instead of using gas, we were using crude, which is more expensive, and that means the budget has to make up for more, bring up more money. So these are the issues which you try and balance. Okay. So the fact that you have liquidity challenges because you have to pay more single spine arrears, the fact that you have liquidity challenges because you have to import crude, the fact that you have liquidity challenges attributable to shortfalls in grants and other such, does not necessarily mean that you are broke.
Well, we take a break at this point. We have some more stories for you, plus an update on the security situation in the Ashanti region. Welcome back. Now let's head to the Ashanti region, where the Regional Police Command says it regrets recent happenings in Kumasi Metropolis, which has claimed about 7 lives. The command stated various security arrangements have been instituted to clamp down on crime within the metropolis. DCOP Augustine Janin appealed to the general public to cooperate with the police. Well, joining us on the phone line now is Ashanti Regional Correspondent Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin with an update on the meeting with the police. Good afternoon to you, Nuruddin. Hello, Nuruddin, good afternoon to you. Okay, if you could speak up a bit, I'd appreciate it. But first, if you can tell us what the measures are that the police have been talking about, the measures they say they've put in place to clamp down on crime within the metropolis. Hello, Nuruddin.
Hello?
Hello, Nuruddin, good afternoon, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm asking what exactly are the measures that the Regional Police Command is putting in place to clamp down on crime within the Kumasi Metropolis? think we are having some challenges to Nuruddin. We'll get back to him on the line. Meanwhile, Ashanti Regional Director of Education, Kofi Safo-Kantanka, is encouraging teachers in the rural areas to work harder to transform such communities. Safo-Kantanka spoke at Asase-Benso in the Setre Central District, where he led a team to donate education materials and food items to school children. Here's a report by Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin.
Fire raged the farming community last February and left about 300 people homeless after they lost all their property. School heads in the district and officials at the GES Regional Directorate mobilized funds to procure items worth 5,000 Ghana cedis. They included exercise books, school uniforms, second-hand clothing, bags of rice and cooking oil. The team also donated 14,192 Ghana cedis, being contribution from various schools and district education officers for medical care of a hole-in-heart pupil. Safo-Kantanka spoke to Joy News about his expectation of teachers in such communities.
Well, still staying in Asase-Bonso in the Ashanti region, the residents there have appealed to the Forestry Commission to allow them to pull down trees in a nearby forest reserve for lumber to re-roof their fire-ravaged houses. Fire swept through the farming community in the Setre Central District 3 months ago.
Some residents still sleep in classrooms 3 months after the incident. They say an appeal to the district assembly to allow them cut trees for reconstruction has not received any response. According to them, 2 residents were arrested and later granted bail for attempting to extract wood in the forest reserve. Chief of the town, Nana Asmedu Sapon, says most of the residents cannot rebuild their houses because of high cost of lumber in the district. He appealed for help to alleviate the plight of the people. Although District Chief Executive Ebenezer Akwaku Frempong sympathizes with them, he insists they should not cut trees from the forest. He also touched on some intervention measures by the blaze.
I do apologize for the hitches with that particular tape, but we'll get back to you later. But let's get back on the phone line now. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin, I understand, has joined us with an update on the security situation in the Ashanti region. Good afternoon to you, Nuruddin. Hello, Nuruddin. Good afternoon to you, if you can hear me. I think we're still having challenges with Nuruddin on the line. Let me try once again. Good afternoon to you, Nuruddin.
Good afternoon, Smart.
Okay, thanks for joining us. Now, first, tell us what measures specifically is the Regional Police Command Institute in which they hope will curb the crime rate in the Kumasi metropolis.
Okay, Smart, the police are saying they have instituted some security measures, but they have not been able to tell they did not tell the press some of the measures that they instituted because they don't want to. They said they don't want to let people know what they are doing, but they said measures have been put in place to make sure security in the metropolis is very tight and make sure residents would have peace of mind in the metropolis. Before that, the police have been addressing the press, and they said 4 suspected arms manufacturers, that is blacksmith, were arrested on Tuesday with 42 single barrel guns, 12 live cartridges, 4 locally made pistols, 2 foreign made revolvers, and some quantity of blacksmith equipment were retrieved from them.
Okay.
And other 3 suspected armed robbers were also apprehended on their way to cross a police checkpoint to perpetrate crime. The suspects include 2 SHS students, which is Daniel Apusiba alias Buffalo 18, Dennis Kweku Achampon 21, he is electrician, and second year senior high student Akosi Asamoah 18. Okay. And then Samuel Ofe, which the 3 claim he is the source. He mentioned him as the source of the weapon. So the police have been telling us that they regret about recent happenings in the Kumasi metropolis, which claims about 7 lives, and they are appealing to the general public to cooperate with them so that the police will be able to provide them with enough security. You remember about a week ago, about 60 suspected criminals were arrested in various areas in the metropolis. The police said they have screened some of them, and 45 out of the 60 are charged with the intention to commit crime, and they are before they are before court.
Okay, but seeing as they are asking for cooperation and information from the public, are they guaranteeing them enough protection or security should they volunteer information to them?
Yeah, the police said they would provide every security to residents who are willing to provide information to the police, because they believe that these criminals are within them, and it is only the resident who can provide enough information to the police, which will lead to the arrest.
Okay, and finally though, how would you describe the security situation now in the Kumasi metropolis?
The security situation now is very tight. When you move, especially when you move in the night, you realize that there are some checkpoints that you see armed police and military men within the major areas in the metropolis. If you are moving towards somewhere, Ashdown, we have a police checkpoint there. Barrier there, When you go to somewhere Asawasi, before you get to the Waik, there is another this, and there's so many places where the police have mounted these barriers to make sure crime in the metropolis reduced.
Okay, thank you very much for that update, Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin. He's our correspondent in the Ashanti region. Away from the Ashanti region, parents of the conjoined twins delivered at the Cape Coast Metropolitan Hospital 2 weeks ago have shown no interest in keeping the babies and have therefore left them in the care of the Central Regional Branch of the Social Welfare.
Due to the peculiar nature of the twins, their parents, both teenagers, have rejected them, saying it would be difficult to cater for them, especially in the area of medical care. In an interview with Joy News in Cape, Assistant Director in charge of Child Rights Promotion and Protection at the Department of Social Welfare, Kwabena Dazi Dennis, emphasized that both families of the parents met with the social welfare on Wednesday.
For example, somebody comes to the office and says, I don't like or I don't want to take care of my children. We have to do what we call investigation. You do the interview. If you have to contact 1 or 2 parents or family members, you need to do all those things. Then after that, then you can come to you can have an informed decision as to whether government should take the child or the children, or maybe there are other relatives who can support the parents to take care of the children. In this case, it's a special case, and we strongly believe that if they say they don't like the children, then even if we are taking the children, then we are doing the right thing.
According to him, the social welfare is preparing documentation on the babies for their parents to sign in order for the department to take full custody of them.
The child will be with us, and we will preferably send the children to Su Children's Home, where they will be. Then if anybody shows up who is interested in adopting the children, then we'll have to take the person through the legal processes to get the children adopted. A Swedish couple has shown interest. A Swedish couple has shown interest in adopting the children, and we are yet to start the process.
Presently, the babies are at the Central Regional Hospital.
Well, we'll take a break at this point. We'll be right back with some more stories. Do stay with us. Welcome back from the break. It's now time for us to get you in shape and also to tell you about the latest from the world of sports, showbiz and international. And I have with me the rather edgy, mysterious Jennifer Jane Asante, who's acting also weird this afternoon.
Stubborn cat.
Me?
You should have let me do it.
Really?
Anyhow. Yes, you.
Why are you acting also weird this afternoon?
Alright, let me tell you this, right? A woman gets on board a bus with her baby. The bus driver sees them and says, "Ugh, that is the ugliest baby I have ever seen." The woman is all upset and goes to the back of the bus, and she's still fuming. Then she turns to the man next to her and says, "That bus driver just insulted me." Then the man says, "Don't worry. You go to the front. Go and deal with the bus driver. I'll hold your monkey for you."
So that's why you acted all mysterious?
That's why I'm acting all mysterious.
Because
it has to do with today's wellness. You see, I made you laugh.
Did I?
You laugh.
No, I didn't.
Laugh all over again. Go on, smart. Oh, smart.
Okay, over to you.
He's laughing. Okay, so it's time for wellness. And today, as I said, we're talking about laughter. I'll tell you why we're talking about laughter after this.
Humor is infectious. The sound of roaring laughter is far more contagious than any cough, sniffle, or sneeze. When laughter is shared, it binds people together and increases happiness and intimacy. Laughter also triggers healthy physical changes in the body. Humor and laughter strengthen your immune system, boost your energy, diminish pain, and protect you from the damaging effects of stress. Best of all, this priceless medicine is fun, free, and easy to use.
I heard of this laughter therapy where people just get around and they just laugh. About nothing in particular. They just ta-hee. So a great, wonderful young lady told me to do things 7 times and then you like it. So I thought maybe if I laugh like 7 different laughs, and maybe that I don't know. Because how you just get together and start laughing. So, okay, here goes.
A good healthy laugh relieves physical tension and stress, leaving your muscles relaxed for up to 45 minutes later. Laughter decreases stress hormones and increases immune cells and infection-fighting antibodies, thus improving your resistance to disease. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. Endorphins promote an overall sense of well-being and can even temporarily relieve pain. Laughter protects the heart. It improves the function of blood vessels and increases blood flow, which can protect you against a heart attack and other cardiovascular problems. A few of laughter's mental health benefits are the fact that it adds joy and zest to your life. It also eases anxiety and fear. It relieves stress, improves your mood, and enhances resilience. Socially, it strengthens your relationships, attracts people to us, enhances teamwork, helps to diffuse conflict, and promotes group bonding. So how do you start laughing? You could start with smiling. Smiling is the beginning of laughter. And like laughter, it's contagious. Pioneers in laugh therapy find it possible to laugh without even experiencing a funny event. The same holds for smiling. When you look at someone or see something even mildly pleasing, practice smiling. You should learn to count your blessings. Literally, make a list. The simple act of considering the good things in your life will distance you from negative thoughts that are a barrier to humor and laughter. When you're in a state of sadness, you have to travel further to get to humor and laughter.
Sometimes, humor and laughter are private, a shared joke among a small group, but usually it isn't that way. More often, people are very happy to share something funny because it gives them an opportunity to laugh again and feed off the humor you find in it. So when you hear laughter, seek it out and ask, what's funny? Spend time with fun, playful people. You know, people who laugh easily, both at themselves and at life's absurdities. People who routinely find the humor in everyday events. You could try to bring humor into conversations. Ask people, what's the funniest thing that happened to you today? What's the funniest thing that happened to you this week or that has happened in your life?
Okay, so maybe a little laughter therapy is needed in our international briefs today. We're starting with the UK, where the government has defended security services against criticism that they missed signs which might have helped prevent the murder of a soldier in London. And Russia says the Syrian government has agreed in principle to attend an international peace conference proposed by Russia and the US. Well, it's time for showbiz. And in today's edition, as well as being a consummate actor, it seems that Morgan Freeman has the ability to catnap just about anywhere. The 75-year-old actor may have been woken a bit too early as he joined co-star Michael Caine for promotional interviews for the movie Heist. Oh, and EL is about to get on stage live on June 1st.
Hey, we are tired of you and your boys. Always come here to the step. BBN's Kalo Boomer, ya bremo, ya bremo. No azontos allowed. No azontos. Security, I think he's here. We found him. Oh, false alarm. Go inside.
Alliance Francaise is set to host one of the most thrilling concerts ever staged in Accra as producer-rapper extraordinaire EL and his friends get set to rock the stage on Saturday, 1st June 2013. In what is billed to be a historic performance, EL is expected to deliver a 1-hour 30-minute high-energy performance that will see him entertain audience with all the numerous hit bangers in his repertoire. Arguably one of the biggest producers in Ghana with a blend of hip-hop, Afrobeat sounds and a voice to go along with, EL's performance will be expected to be a real crowd pleaser. The artist has so far worked with the likes of Sarkodie, D-Black, Reggie Rockstone, Assem and many more. Something else, a blend of different varieties of music inspired from various sources, is currently one of the highest rated LPs on the scene, spinning off numerous hits joints that are currently enjoying heavy rotation on all major music platforms.
The chorus be simple in Paddy Kalu. Oh man, I get Kalu. Oh man, you don't really wanna go there. You don't really wanna go there.
While Caine was his usual gregarious self, Freeman nodded off a couple of times during the interview with Q13 Fox News This Morning crew, while the pair were actually sat live on air. The show's presenters Casey Etchison and Billy Wixie chatted to Freeman and actor Caine 80 about the movie, but perhaps their line of questioning wasn't quite stimulating enough. Awkwardly, the presenters never actually tried to wake Freeman and instead just continued the interview with Caine, who seemed oblivious. Freeman woke himself up about halfway through the satellite chat but still had a hard time keeping his eyes open. However, given his long and esteemed movie career, it's fair to say that Freeman, who plays Thaddeus Bradley in the Robin Hood style Heist movie, has probably heard many of the questions before. In Now You See Me, Freeman stars alongside Jenny Eisenberg, Isla Fisher, Dave Franco and Woody Harrelson as a group of illusionists known as the Four Horsemen. They use their magic show as a cover to rob the wealthy elite and give the stolen money to people who've lost everything during the economic crisis.
In one movie, but I mean, I was doing a guy like I had to learn card tricks off a real magician, but the tricks in this are so gigantic that you wouldn't.
Interesting stuff all around. Morgan Freeman sleeping in the middle. I think I should hand you back to Smart and maybe catch a nap myself. So, Smart, okay. The show's all yours.
Thank you. And now that movie was actually titled "And Now You See Me." It's due in theaters soon, and it's nice. I've seen the trailer. I think it's going to be one brilliant movie. Yeah.
How's Morgan Freeman? Awake.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so that's our bulletin for today. But before we go, a second look at our headline stories. The thieves have broken into the All Nations University's Space Center office in Koforidua, and we understand they did make away with some intelligence material that they are working on. Political scientist Dr. Kwesi Jonah has said that whatever direction the Supreme Court ruling takes, Ghana will never be the same. And also, Finance Minister Seth Terkper says, contrary to suggestions that Ghana is broke, the country is not broke at all. And that's it for the Midday Brief. My name is Nia Kofi Smatabe. Many thanks for your company, and do enjoy the rest of your afternoon.